Coming up, a high-speed chase has Tift County residents concerned about accidents.
And Dawson police search for new leads in the shooting of the town's mayor.
Taylor Kelly has our weather, while Quenisha Claiborne is going to bring us the local rundown on sports.
Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Zach Saxon.
And I'm Brigette Wiley. Following up on a story from yesterday, just 30 minutes outside of Valdosta in Berrien County, Tift County authorities were led on a high-speed chase earlier this month. Now Tift County residents are questioning the wisdom of high-speed chases. The fatal chase ended when Tim Rutland slammed into an SUV in Nashville, killing siblings 23-year-old Matt Horton and 32-year-old Kelly Prescott. Their sister was seriously hurt in the crash and remains in the hospital in Tallahassee. Rutland is in a Macon hospital with a broken back. He is not only facing 2 counts of vehicular homicide, but charges of DUI, reckless driving, failure to stop at a stop sign, and aggravated assault. Warrants will be served on Thursday. This incident has residents worried about officers conducting high-speed chases. But Tift County Sheriff Gene Scarborough stands by the other law enforcement agents, saying that the chase was justified and that this was just an unfortunate result of the pursuit.
Carroll County authorities are still investigating the shooting of Dawson County Mayor Christopher Wright. Christopher Wright was shot at his home several times, and community members believe that it was no accident. There are many rumors about this incident in the community, and the community is continuing to host vigils and encourage other citizens to come forward if they have any further details. The condition and location of the mayor have not been released because the family fears another attack, with the shooters still being on the loose. If you have any further details about the shooting or the incident, you're urged to contact the county authorities as quickly as possible.
In Albany, a 17-year-old male has been charged with rape of a 15-year-old. Kirtland Ellis has been booked and is being held in the Dougherty County Jail. Authorities say that the encounter occurred at a Bind Memorial Baptist Church Youth Center, and the victim reported the incident to school staff. The charges were filed after a forensic exam was conducted.
And an outreach organization in Worth County was burglarized and is now asking for help for them to continue feeding families in need this holiday season. Family Vision's Outreach, located in Sylvester, Georgia, reported that 75 pounds of meat was stolen last night, along with other items that the organization provides for families. And every year, this group strives to help over 100 families, and this year, they believe they may only be able to help 5. Workers at Family Vision say they wish that the person responsible would have just come forward and asked for the food. And Sylvester police are still investigating the incident. Family Vision is accepting donations of any sort.
And when we come back, the city of Remerton adapts to the loss of its historic old mill.
And we acknowledge those who lost their lives this time a year ago. Stay with us.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness. I like balance.
That's why
I chose
Division II.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
The popular video sharing website YouTube is back up after going down for 30 minutes yesterday. For a brief moment, users were receiving the error message, apologizing for technical error. Because the media is spread across many different media platforms, the site error caused a wide array of problems. YouTube spokesman alerted many media agencies that they were aware of the shutdown and that they were working to fix the problem as soon as possible. YouTube was launched in 2005 and Google purchased the website at the end of 2006, and it is now known to be the third largest website in the world according to Alexa Internet Inc.
As you may have noticed, the old cotton mill in the city of Remerton was torn down last month, but do you know why? News Valdosta reporter Nick Armenio has the story.
Just a few short months ago stood here an old decrepit building that was once a historic landmark for the city of Remerton. However, all that's left now is a skeleton showing what once was and what is to come for the city. The mill was once a sign of hope and success for many local residences. Its booming success in 1899 brought with it the establishment of the city of Remerton. More than 100 years later, and the city is still thriving, but the mill is all but gone. The owner of the mill could not afford to keep it up anymore, so decided to sell it in 2005, but up until a few months ago could not find a buyer. Finally, the city gave the owner permission to tear down the rundown building, despite the Save the Mill Committee's efforts to preserve it. The only thing left now is the old building's smokestack, which will continue to stand for years to come as a sign of hope for the community and as a focal point for the new passive park that is scheduled to be built in that area. It may not look like much now, but here's to new beginnings. I'm Nick Armenio for News Valdosta. Back.
Thank you, Nick. Today marks the one-year anniversary of Superstorm Sandy. Hurricane Sandy hit the northeastern region of the United States, killed at least 162 people, and caused $50 billion of damages. This Category 1 storm was the largest Atlantic hurricane recorded and was only second to Hurricane Katrina in terms of cost, as reported by the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. The hurricane caused a larger storm, causing the effects to stretch over 1,000 miles. Today, many reflect on the lives lost as the communities affected continues to rebuild. Up next on News Valdosta, Taylor Kelly has a look at our local weather.
And Quenisha Claiborne will give us the best in sports. Stay with us.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
That's slow, that's slow. That's slow. Look, he's blushing. Seriously.
And we're back to News Valdosta. What is going on with this weather? First it's nice, and then it's warm, cold, back to warm again. We're going to check in with our weather anchor, Taylor Kelly, and see what's going on. Taylor?
Thanks, Zach. The temperature has definitely been all over the place lately, but the good news is it looks like the rain should be out of here for the remainder of the week. Today, the high is 69 degrees with slightly gusty winds and mostly sunny skies. Tonight, we see a very chilly low of 46 degrees with cloudy skies overnight. So if you do plan on being out tonight, please be mindful and dress accordingly so you can avoid getting sick on this holiday season. For tomorrow, we will see a high of 67 degrees with partly cloudy skies. As for the UV index, it is a very moderate level, but as the winter season approaches us, that should not be as much of a problem as it has been lately. As for the pollen count, it is a very low level, with the predominant pollen being ragweed. And that's your local weather forecast for today. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, Taylor. Coming up next, Quenisha Claiborne tells us about the Valwood Valiants big game Friday night. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Give up on sex, don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
And we're back. We're going to check out with Quenisha Claiborne to see what's coming up in high school football playoffs. Quenisha?
Wrapping up their football season, the Valwood Valiants are preparing for the state semifinals that are set to take place this Friday. The Valiants will play Trinity Christian School here at home at 7:30 p.m. Valwood currently ranks 65th in the state, but has a record of 11 wins and no losses this season. Last week's game against Gatewood ended in a 39-7 blowout for Valwood, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes this week. The Lowndes Vikings, too, are gearing up for what seems to be a much-anticipated weekend. The Vikings advance to the second round of the state playoffs and will put it all on the line this Friday, the 22nd, against Lovejoy. The Vikings, who currently hold a record of 8 wins and 3 losses, sit at a rank of 14 in the state. Kickoff is set for 7:30 p.m., and if you would like to attend, a fan bus to Lovejoy is being coordinated by Eleanor Roberts. The bus will leave Lowndes High parking lot at 2 p.m. on Friday and return right after the game. The Lowndes High School wrestling team is also gearing up for their up-and-coming season. The Vikings will have their second meet against Kennesaw. Both the junior varsity and the varsity teams will compete on November 23rd at 9 a.m. for the away game. After that, the Vikings will compete yet again on December 3rd against Cook and Pierce County schools at 5 p.m. at the Lowndes County High School. And that's all for sports. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, Quenisha. When we come back, find out how the Latin art of archery is being taught in South Georgia schools.
And we're going to tell you all about some interesting exhibits that are on display here locally at the Turner Art Center. Stay tuned.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family.
Ooh.
So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Valdosta State University.
Encouraging. In-depth inquiry.
Hands-on experience.
Service and involvement.
And a global view.
While offering
a beautiful residential campus.
Over 100 fields of study.
Graduate and online degrees.
And championship athletics.
All in a warm and friendly community.
Get connected and involved.
Do more, become more.
Valdosta State University.
When every moment matters and a hand reaches out. When someone gives blood and a life is saved. That moment when heartbreak turns to hope. You're there through the American Red Cross. Every day, the Red Cross responds to nearly 200 neighborhood emergencies, and your support makes it possible. Use this moment to join us today. Visit redcross.org.
Welcome back. County schools will host an archery tournament on December 14th at Hayhira Middle School. Earlier this month, Pine Grove Middle School hosted a Viking archery tournament where 80 students participated. Students from Hayhira Middle and Pine Grove Elementary competed along with the middle school students. But another set of tournaments is coming up. Students in grades 4th through 12th that have been trained through the National Archery in Schools program can compete in these new tournament rounds. For more information about these upcoming tournaments and NASP training, you can contact Pine Grove or Hayhira Middle Schools.
Each year, the faculty at S.L. Mason Elementary School host a carnival for the students. Our very own news reporter Brad Covert has more about the events. Brad?
Thanks, guys. Well, here I am at S.L. Mason for the annual Fall Carnival.
The carnival is not only a great way to raise money for the school, but also a great way for students, teachers, and parents to get together. Like previous years, the Fall Carnival was put on by PTO, or Parent-Teacher Organization. This is only one of the many fundraisers that PTO helps put on for Valdosta City Schools. As always, the carnival was packed with fun games for the children to enjoy. I got a chance to speak to Principal Davis and get a little bit of an insight of what the carnival brings.
We're starting off this evening from 5 to 7. This is our PTO Fall Carnival for S.L. Mason Elementary. I'm John Davis, Principal at S.L. Mason. We do this every year. PTO has been fabulous for us. It brings out every family is invited that goes to the school, and even those children that do not attend S.L. Mason. In the community, everyone is invited, and it is a family atmosphere, and we are thrilled to death to be able to put this on not only for our school, but for the communities.
It's great to see the local community coming together. We're already looking forward to next year. I'm Brad Covert, back to you at the news desk.
Over the weekend, the Thomasville community gathered for the 18th annual Plantation Wildlife Festival. The three-day event raised money to benefit the Thomasville Center for the Arts to host more events. $62,000 was raised in art sales and 3,000 people attended the event. The center is also hoping to create scholarships for students in need.
And the Turner Art Center locally has been pretty busy this season. With a variety of art exhibits, our very own reporter Alan Morgan has more about African Artifacts Showcase.
I'm here at the Annette Howell Turner Center of the Arts, and we're here to take a look at the Jerry Tillman Gallery that is showcasing wonderful East African artifacts. The Jerry Tillman Gallery at the Annette Howell Turner Center of the Arts showcases artifacts from East African countries. We talked to Bill Shinton, the creative administrator at the Annette Howell Turner Center of the Arts, to tell us a little bit more about the history of the exhibit and to give us some information about what the exhibit is all about.
Well, this is the Jerry Tillman Gallery, and in this gallery right now we have the permanent collection of East African artifacts. These were donated to us by Mr. Jerry Tillman, and they belong to the Art Center. We have them out for about 9 months out of the year. Mr. Tillman, he served in the State Department from 1941 to 1972. So during that time, he was over in the countries of Tanzania, Ethiopia. Anyhow, he was over there administering government aid in the form of, books and medicines and all kinds of stuff. And so from 1941 to 1972, he collected all these artifacts.
So if you want to take a trip on the wild side and see some amazing East African artifacts, come to the Jerry Tillman Gallery at the Annette Howell Turner Center of the Arts. I'm Alan Morgan for News Valdosta. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Alan. The University System of Georgia for Colleges and Universities reports that the school system has seen a decrease of 5,000 students overall. Student enrollment this fall is estimated at about 300,000 students. About 3/4 of them are considered full-time, meaning they are taking 12 college credit hours. The enrollment has been on the decline and fell another 1.6% this year.
And there's another major exhibition of paintings on display at the Turner Art Center right now. Again, we're going to go back with Valdosta reporter Olivia Steen, who brings us more.
The Annette Howell Turner Center for the Arts held an art exhibition for contemporary artist and art educator Stephen M. Teat. His featured gallery, As I See It, consisted of a collection of paintings that mirrored special events or occasions that happened in his life, such as his military experience.
My artwork is inspired by real life. My art is also inspired by my military history. We all share common histories at times, and a lot of my art, I try to tap into the common history that we have. But then there's things that I've experienced that are unique to me, like war and death, and things that are very personal, things that not every American knows about. So my work as a subject has a wide range of interest.
Many of Teat's paintings had a lesson attached, which made them relatable to all of those admiring.
I'm Olivia Steen, reporting for News Valdosta.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Brigette Wiley.
And I'm Zach Saxon. Have a great day. We'll see you guys next time.